Everyone get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, and welcome to another of my replays, except this isn't really about my gameplay so much in this one as it is going to be about Wheaton's Law. And if you don't know what Wheaton's Law is, well, we'll come to that. Now, I'm in a Comet. This is a top tier, and it's actually really nice matchmaking. It's 4 tier 7s per side, 2 heavies and 2 mediums. Well, the other team it's a medium and an E25, but still, it's pretty nice matchmaking for a Comet. I'm going to get a reasonable score out of this, but chances are I probably won't even get around to mentioning the score. This is not going to be really about the Comet gameplay, like I've said. But I will talk about the Comet a little bit, because the part that is the point of this replay doesn't really come till the end of the replay, so we'll get to that. Comet it's the tier 7 medium British tank, and it has a bit of a bad reputation, but I don't think it's really deserved, because it's not a bad tank in of itself. It certainly isn't an exciting tank, it's a bit lackluster, but then if you compare it to a lot of the other tier 7 mediums, so are they. It's actually, I think, on the better end of the tier 7 mediums compared to, say, the tier 7 VK, which I have had personal experience of. I basically gave up on that tank. I was about halfway through that on the grind to the Indian Panzer, and I just thought, no, I can't do this anymore. I don't like medium tanks enough. I don't want the Indian Panzer enough to actually go through the rest of this grind. So there it sits on my tech tree with about 40,000 experience on it, and really no chance of me ever getting the rest of the 40,000 to get the Indian Panzer, or the next 40,000 rather. So I'm in the kind of usual medium spot on this map. I don't tend to go here myself, but I'm not usually in a medium on this map because I don't play mediums that often. But I've been persuaded to try the Centurion, so that's why I'm grinding this. Zircon and Foch, when we're playing and they're in mediums or something fast, they usually go up here, so that's why I'm up here. I've seen good players do it, so they must be onto something, right? So I'm just playing peekaboo with a T-34-1, which is, I think, one of the better tier 7 mediums. That's one of the most well regarded. And I spot an AMX M4 who is just going a bit YOLO there for no apparent reason. That's an enemy top tier heavy. He doesn't really have particularly good armor, so I have a pretty good chance of hurting this guy. And as you can see there, I have sort of got my usual bad habit in this one of zooming out like just before I shoot, and I'm doing that sometimes because I want to see what's going on all around me, and other times just because it is the bad habit. So I've racked up a bit of damage, and then I'm going to do something a bit stupid. See, that one there I missed. I could have had that kill. 3001 H, and then I do this. This is the stupid bit. This is playing peekaboo with the Tiger 1, whose reload is, I think, pretty much as good as mine, maybe a little bit less good, but that second shot there, I think that went into the tank corpse. But it was after taking that second hit I thought, yeah, maybe playing peekaboo with a Tiger isn't such a good idea. So I look back to the middle, because lo and behold, there is a Tog that I can shoot. I'm only going to get him, shoot him twice though. See, that third shot, I've got no idea where that went. Into the ruined wall, I think. At this point, okay, we are winning reasonably decisively, you know, 9-5. We control the north pretty much. I'm expecting their SU-100Y to be camping, same with their E-25. So I decide to push around the middle. And, okay, now, here's another thing I did wrong. I'm in a medium tank. He's in a big, slow SU-100Y. Instead of rushing him and going for his side, because I know it doesn't turn particularly well, I do have one myself, I just panicked. I ran, and I took a big hit, but fortunately he didn't kill me. Even more fortunately, the T-29 was in a position to put one in his back, so that I can shoot him once when he comes round, and then boom, again before he can bring his gun to bear, because that thing really doesn't have good gun depression. Not many tanks on the enemy side left now. There's the E-25, the TOG-2, and the Gorilla, and that TOG-2 is actually tangling with our SU-100Y. So I think, okay, I'll go and help this guy. The SU-100Y has got quite a long reload. Like I said, it's got poor gun depression, so this guy, I mean, he looks like he's going to try and come over and do it, but he's going to get killed before he can. So there we go, I got the kill, and yeah, Wheaton's Law, for those that don't know, goes thusly. Don't be a dick. Thorswagen does not know Wheaton's law. All I can surmise is that Thorswagen decided that it was, air quotes, his kill. Never mind the fact that I was there to help him. Never mind the fact that if I hadn't, the Tog 2 probably would have killed him before he could bring his gun down to bear. Never mind the fact that artillery was also shooting at the Tog. Thorswagen just, in a completely petty, dickish way, decided that's my kill. Me, that is, not speaking with Thorswagen's voice anymore, but I killed the Tog 2, therefore I must die because he's a dick. That's the only reason I can come up with. Yeah, so I'm partly, I will admit, I'm partly doing this because it annoyed me, and they do have on the EU forums a policy of don't name and shame. This is my channel. I don't have that policy. Jingles doesn't have that policy. I'm gonna, I'm quite hoppy. I'm quite hoppy and also indeed happy to follow Jingle's lead on this one, because it ably demonstrates, if nothing else, that although people think they can get away with just being jerks on the internet, sometimes that's going to have consequences, as in real life. And this time the consequence for Thorswagen, who is incidentally the diplomat for his clan, is that everybody who watches this video will get to see that he indeed acted like a total dick. So yes, GG Thorswagen, your chickens have just come home to roost. I do want to say though, I will be very disappointed if I hear that people have been hassling him. I don't want this video to be like I'm just totally picking on this guy. This is to illustrate a point that if you're going to act like dicks to people just in any walk of life, on the internet, in real life, wherever, don't be terribly surprised if it sometimes comes back to bite you, because that's the nature of being a dick. Nobody likes it when other people act like dicks. And, if you act like a dick, don't be terribly surprised when other people dislike that and call you out for it. It was petty, it was unnecessary, it was just plain dickish, and that's what I'm gonna call it. Thorswagen, you were a dick there. You really were. Don't do that, guys. Don't be a dick. Remember Wheaton's law, and the internet will be a much happier place for it. World of Tanks will certainly be a happier place for it. So, hopefully, I will be able to bring you some proper Comet replays at some point. Ones where I'm not making some elementary mistakes, and also ones where I'm not being team killed by my team, because the person team killing me is a dick. Yes. I probably won't put that many replays up because I'm not enjoying the Comet that much. It's okay. I'm not hating it. It's just not particularly exciting me, and there will doubtless be one or two. Almost certainly I'll put up my Ace Tanker game unless it's a completely rubbish game. Even if it's a really derpy game like my FCM 50T. That was a really derpy Ace Tanker game, but I still put it up. So if it's an Ace Tanker game, chances are I will put it up and you will get to see some more Comet action. But like I said, I don't think it's a terrible tank, and I may even do a review on it at some point, but probably not. There are much higher priorities, and I am really... This is one of those rare instances where I'm actually grinding a tank specifically to get to the tank after it. I'm not grinding it to just enjoy it and play it and experience it, which is what I do with most of my tanks. I don't tend to go on grinds to get to tanks further down the line. I tend to play tanks to enjoy them for what they are, and I think that's probably the best way to play World of Tanks. Also, not shooting your teammates is also the best way to play World of Tanks. Important information there. So, if you find this video useful, entertaining, informational, you can hit the like button, you can leave a comment below, you can subscribe to my channel, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more. Oh, and P.S. Don't be a dick.